What's going on, guys? Jordan Shallow here with elitefts. Just going to go through kind of a visual to help assist an article that I wrote about unilateral loads in the Bulgarian split squat. Now, Bulgarian split squat, really good gait cycle variation of an exercise, can be used as kind of a supplemental or accessory, especially if you're going to be squatting. It's nice to kind of get our hips into a bit of extension. Now, there's some argument based around, does it make a difference of where we load the dumbbell if we're going to load one side? So we have what's called a center of mass, sort of like an equilibrium point that allows us to stay balanced given our certain position. So if we're here, we're going to be limiting what's called our base of support. So how we apply weight to this position is going to dictate how we deviate our center of mass. And that's going to use different muscles to help stabilize and keep us upright. So the two ways we can do it are obviously with the stance leg, in this case being the left leg, we can either have the dumbbell in the same hand, which is going to look like this, or we're going to have the dumbbell in the opposite hand, which is going to look like this. Now, both of these are going to deviate this sort of hypothetical center of mass, this hypothetical equilibrium point, and cause different muscles to work. Now, if we want to be really specific, we can sort of break down how the dumbbell affects what planes of resistance we're going to have to stabilize through. So let's start with same side as the stance leg. In this position, what we're going to be loading is we're going to be loading kind of more laterally. So when I put the dumbbell in the same side as the stance leg, what I want to default to is this. So the glute med, which is a muscle that laterally stabilizes this left hip, right now, not working at all. QL, muscle that laterally stabilizes on the opposite side of the lumbar spine, is not working at all. So in order to get the most out of this loading parameter, what we're going to do is we're going to try and get this forearm off the hip by straightening up, and we're going to try and keep a tall spine through the lower back. Now this QL laterally stabilizes the lumbar spine on the right, and this glute med is laterally stabilizing the hip on the left. So loading in this position is going to work more glute med and stance leg, QL opposite side as we descend straight down and then back up. Now switching over to the opposite, it's called contralateral load, which is now we have the dumbbell in the opposite side of the stance leg. This is going to be more rotational. If I let this dumbbell do its thing, it's just going to pull me like that. So in order to stay stable, now we're going to use a whole new subset of muscles. We're going to use the external oblique to resist this movement from happening on the opposite side of the stance leg. And we're going to be using the high adductors and groin muscles to complete what's called an anterior oblique sling, which is something we cover in the article. So in this position here, we want to stop that rotation from happening. In the first position, we wanted to stop the lateral flexion. Now we want to stop the rotation. Stability by definition is how well we can resist force. So we're trying to resist these movements from happening as we apply the dumbbell, which is purposely going to deviate our center of mass to a position that we need to then resist. We need to be specific based off of where we find our imbalances and instability. So here, dumbbell goes straight down to the ground, we lower and come right back up. So I'm using my obliques here to stop that rotation from occurring. So small difference in theory, but in application makes a huge difference on what muscles we're going to recruit. So that's how we sort of pick out where we apply unilateral load to the exercise of the Bulgarian split squat.
Hey, wait. All right, guys, if you've been, I had this stupid shit. All right, guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, select notifications, but also keep in mind, we do have a website. It's elitefts.com. On our website, we put up 2 new articles every single day, 7 days a week. We also have training logs that are updated daily, coaching blogs which are updated daily, archived history of over 1 million Q&As that are on the website. So check out our website. Also check out our Instagram, which is at elitefts, and my personal Instagram, which is at @underthebar, as we're always putting new content there as well. So check them all out because we have different content on all different channels.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the